Writing about your learning and how it's developed is important. It's one of the areas that I believe has incredibly important implications for the pedagogical practice of metacognitive development and learning. And it is definitely a subject that I will be diving deeper into later. But for now, I'm going to be telling you theoretically how metacognition works as a fundamental neuropsychological feature of learning, and why replicating this process in your own personal learning and teaching practices is such an effective pedagogy. Now, if you look at the abstract structures that produce metacognition, you have this mode of function that is highly sensory, embodied. It is first person, and it's the experience of looking out and engaging with the world and the environment around you. But you also have this meta mode of internal experience that, in a sense, represents the objective essence of things. This mode of functioning is the function that understands, it predicts, and interprets. So you have sort of one mode for doing and responding, and one mode for predicting and understanding. Internally, this is what you are doing when you are engaged in metacognitive thinking. You are sort of willfully going back and forth between these two modes of thinking. And this switching between these modes of thinking is also fundamental to any educational pedagogy. Because as the teacher, you're trying to get your student to switch between these two modes of thinking so that they can develop both that internal understanding and that external expression of the skills that you are teaching them. Usually through a conversation, driven by questions that ask, what are you doing? How are you doing it? How could you do it differently? But also through activities that force you to sort of problem solve through both of these modalities. And there are some activities, like conversation and writing, that are modalities that are really well suited to getting students to engage in both these modes of thinking. However, if the learner can become aware that this is what they are doing, well, then you can create a powerful learning feedback. If you habituate engaging in this kind of interaction, your thinking will achieve higher levels of personal performance and development, ultimately leading you to develop a skill that enables you to achieve what Keegan believed was the highest level of human development. And these are the ability to self-author and transform yourself, not only for the benefit of yourself, but the benefit of all those around you. And while metacognition may not be able to protect you from all the difficulties that this world can throw at you or abuse you with, by becoming more metacognitive, you will develop an ability to be more resilient in the face of existing challenges. Challenges that may exist through no fault of your own, or tragedies that we must face no matter how capable we are. Writing about your learning and your development is an incredibly powerful tool because it allows you to look back at your thinking objectively in the future in a way that no other modality allows you to.